I am back. I think this is hopefully, I think this is going to be a short read, but I'm going to let you know. Um, oh my God. What, Papa? No, Papa. No. What are you want to do? Come on, no bag. No bag. Mama. You don't want to see your mama read? She's being mean tonight. No, anyway. Okay, so, I'm on page 498. I'm going to start there. And then I think it's going to be what? One, two, three, four pages. Right in back, eight in all. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to see what we can do. But I'm going to go ahead. I will read. Oh, chapter. What is it now? Chapter 5, The White Rider. Is that right? Book 3 of Return of the King. From the trilogy of The Lord of the Rings. Written by and illustrated by JRR Tolkien. Yep. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, it's been a busy day a little bit. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Uh, it is a pity that our friends lie in between, said Gimli. If no land divided Isengard and Mordor, then they could fight while we watched and waited. The victor would emerge stronger than either and free from doubt, said Gandalf. But Isengard cannot fight Mordor unless Saruman first obtains the ring. That he will never do now. He does not yet know his peril. There is much that he does not know. He was so eager to lay his hands on his prey that he could not wait at home, and he came forth to meet and to spy on his messengers. But he came too late for once, and the battle was over. And beyond his help before he reached these parts, he did not remain here long. I looked into his mind, and I see his doubt. He has no woodcraft. He believes that the horse men slew and burned all upon the field of battle, but he does not know whether the orcs were bringing any prisoners or not. And he does not know of the quarrel between his servants and the orcs of Mordor, nor does he know of the winged messenger. The winged messenger, cried Legolas. I shot him with the bow of Galadriel above Sarngabir, and I felled him from the sky. He filled us all with fear. What new terror is this? One that you cannot slay with arrows, said Gandalf. You only slew his steed. It was a good deed, but the rider was soon horsed again, for he was at Nazgul, one of the 9 who ride now upon winged steeds. Soon their terror will overshadow the last armies of our friends, cutting off the sun, but they have not yet been allowed to cross the river. And Saruman does not know of this new shape in which the ring rasps have been clad. His thought is ever on the ring. Was it present in the battle? Was it found? What if Theoden, Lord of the Mark, should come by it and learn of its power? That is the danger that he sees, and he has fled back to Isengard to double and treble his assault on Rohan. And all the time there is another danger close at hand, which he does not see. Busy with his fiery thoughts, he has forgotten Treebeard. Now, you speak to yourself again, said Aragorn with a smile. Treebeard is not known to me, and I have guessed part of Saruman's double treachery, yet I do not see in what way the coming of 2 hobbits to Fangorn has served, save to give us a long and fruitless chase. Wait a minute, cried Gimli. There is another thing that I should like to know first. Was it you, Gandalf, or Saruman that we saw last night? You certainly did not see me, answered Gandalf. Therefore, I must guess that you saw Saruman. Evidently, we look so much alike that your desire to make an incurable dent in my hat must be excused. Good, said Gimli. I am glad that it was not you. Gandalf laughed again. Yes, my good dwarf, he said. It is a comfort not to be mistaken at all points. Do I not know only too well? But of course, I never blamed you for your welcome of me. How could I do so? You have been so counseled, my friends, to suspect even their own hands when dealing with the enemy. Bless you, Gimli, son of Glorm. Maybe you will see us both together one day and judge between us. But the hobbits, the ghost broke in, we have come far to seek them, and you seem to know where they are. Where are they now? With Treebeard and the Ents, said Gandalf. The Ents, exclaimed Aragorn. Then there is truth in the old legends about the dwellers in the deep forest and the giant shepherds of the trees. Are there still Ents in the world? I thought they were only a memory of ancient days. If indeed they were ever more than a legend of Rohan. A legend of Rohan, cried Legolas. Nay, every elf in Wildernland has sung songs of the old Onodrim and their long sorrow, yet even among us they are only a memory. If I were to meet one still walking in this world, then indeed I should feel young again. But Treebeard, that is only a rendering of Fanghorn into the common speech. Yet you seemed to speak of a person. Who is this Treebeard? Ah, now you're asking much, said Gandalf. The little that I know of this long, slow story would make a tale for which we have no time now. Treebeard is Fangorn, the guardian of the forest. He is the oldest of the Ents, the oldest living thing that still walks beneath the sun upon this middle earth. I hope indeed, Legolas, that you may yet meet him. Merry and Pippin have been fortunate. They have met him here, even where we sit. For he came here 2 days ago and bore him away to his dwelling, far off by the roots of the mountains. He often comes here, especially when his mind is uneasy, and rumors of the world outside trouble him. I saw him 4 days ago striding among the trees, and I think he saw me, for he paused, but I did not speak, for I was heavy with thought and worry after my struggle with the Eye of Mordor, and he did not speak either, or call my name. Perhaps he also thought that you were Saruman, said Gimli, but you speak of him as if he was a friend. I thought Fronghorn was dangerous. Dangerous, cried Gandalf. And so am I very dangerous? More dangerous than anything you will ever meet unless you are brought alive before the seat of the Dark Lord. And Aragorn is dangerous, and Legolas is dangerous, and you are beset with dangers, Gimli, son of Glóin. For you are dangerous yourself in your own fashion. Certainly, the forest of Fangorn is perilous, not least to those that are too ready with their axes. And Fangorn himself, he is perilous too, yet he is wise and kindly nonetheless. But now his long, slow wrath is brimming over, and all the forest is filled with it. The coming of the hobbits and the tidings that brought have spilt it. It will soon be running like a flood. But its tide is turning against Saruman and the axis of Isengard. A thing is about to happen which has not happened since the elder days. The Ents are going to wake up and find that they are strong. What will they do? Asked Legolas in astonishment. I do not know, said Gandalf. I do not think they know themselves, I wonder. He fell silent, his head bowed in thought. The others looked at him. The gleam of sun, the fleeting clouds, fell on his hands, which lay upturned on his lap. They seemed to be filled with light as a cup is with water. At last, he looked up and gazed straight at the sun. The morning is wearing away, he said. Soon we must go. Do we go to find our friends and to see Treebird? Asked Aragorn. No, said Gandalf. That is not the road that you must take. I have spoken words of hope, but only of hope. Hope is not victory. War is upon us and all our friends, a war in which only the use of the ring could give us surety of victory. It fills me with great sorrow and great fear, for much shall be destroyed, and all may be lost. I am Gandalf, Gandalf the White, but black is mightier still. He rose and gazed out eastward, shading his eyes as if he saw things far away that none of them could see. Then he shook his head. No, he said in a soft voice, it has gone beyond our reach. Of that, at least, let us be glad. We can no longer be tempted to use the ring. We must go down to face a peril near despair, yet that deadly peril is removed. He turned. Come, Aragorn, son of Arathorn, he said. Do not regret your choice in the valley of the Emmanuel, nor call it a vain pursuit. You chose amid doubts the path that seemed right. The choice was just, and it has been rewarded. For so we have met in time, who otherwise might have met too late. But the quest of your companions is over. Your next journey is marked by your given word. You must go to Endorus and seek out Theoden and his hall, for you are needed. The light of Anduril must now be uncovered in the battle for which it has so long waited. There is war in Rohan, and worse evil. It goes ill with Theoden. Then are we not to see the merry young hobbits again? Said Legolas. I did not say so, said Gandalf. Who knows? Have patience. Go where you must go, and hope to endure us. And I go thither also. It is a long way for a man to walk. Young or old, said Aragorn. I fear the battle will be over long ere I come here. We shall see. We shall see, said Gandalf. Will you come now with me? Yes, we will set out together, said Aragorn. But I do not doubt that you will come there before me, if you wish. He rose and looked long at Gandalf. The others gazed at him in silence as they stood there facing one another. The gray figure of the man, Aragorn, son of Arathorn, was tall and stern as stone, his hand upon the hilt of his sword. He looked as if some king out of the midst of the sea had stepped upon the shores of the lesser men. Before him stooped the old figure, white, shining now as if some light kindled within, bent, laden with years, but holding a power beyond the strength of kings. Do I not say truly, Gandalf, said the Aragorn at last, that you could go whithersoever you wish, quicker than I? And this I also say, you are our captain and our banner. The Dark Lord has 9, but we have 1, mightier than they, the White Rider. He has passed through the fire and the abyss, and they shall fear him. We will go where he leads. Yes, together We will follow you, said Legolas, but first, it would ease my heart, Gandalf, to hear what befell you in Moria. Will you not tell us? Can you not stay even to tell your friends how you were delivered? I have stayed already too long, answered Gandalf. Time is short, but if there were a year to spend, I would not tell you all. But then tell us what you will, and time allows, said Gimli. Come, Gandalf, tell us how you fared with the Balrog. Name him not, said Gandalf, and for a moment it seemed that a cloud of pain passed over his face, and he sat silent, looking old as death. Long time I fell, said he said at last, slowly as if thinking back with difficulty. Long I fell, and he fell with me. His fire was about me. I was burned, and then we plunged into the deep water, and all was dark. Cold was as the tide of death. Almost it froze my heart. Deep is the abyss that is spanned by Durin's bridge, and none has measured it, said Gimli. Yet it has a bottom, beyond light and knowledge, said Gandalf. Thither I came at last, to the uttermost foundations of stone. He was with me still. His fire was quenched, but now he was a thing of slime, stronger than a strangling snake. We fought far under the living earth, where time is not counted. Ever he clutched me, and I hewed him, till at last he fled into dark tunnels. They were not made by Durin's folk. Gimli's son Oberon, far, far below the deepest delvings of the dwarfs. The world is gnawed by nameless things. Even Sauron knows them not. They are older than he. Now I have walked there, but I will bring no report to darken the light of day. In that despair, my enemy was my only hope, and I pursued him, clutching at his heel. Thus, he brought me back at last to the secret ways of Khazad-dûm. Too well he knew them all. Ever up now we went until we came to the endless stair. Long has that been lost, said Gimli. Many have said that it was never made save in legend, but others say that it was destroyed. It was made. It had not been destroyed, said Gandalf. From the lowest dungeon to the highest peak it climbed, ascending in unbroken spiral in many thousand steps until it issued at last in Durin's tower, carved in the living rock of Zurg-Zingil, and the pinnacle of the Silvertine. There, upon Silverbridge, was a lonely window in the snow, and before it lay a narrow space, a dizzy eyrie above the mist of the world. The sun shone fiercely there, but all below was wrapped in cloud. Out he sprang, and even as I came behind, he burst into flame. There was none to see, or perhaps in another age, after ages, songs would still be sung of the battle of the peak. Suddenly Gandalf laughed. But what would they say in song? Those that looked up from afar thought that the mountain was crowned with storm. Thunder they heard, and lightning they said. Smoke was syllable and leaped back, broken into tongues of fire. Is not that enough? A great smoke rose about us, vapor and steam. Ice fell like rain. I threw down my enemy, and he fell from the high place and broke the mountainside where he smote it in his ruin. Then darkness took me, and I strayed out of thought and time, and I wandered far on roads that I will not tell. Naked I was sent back for a brief time until my task is done. And naked I lay upon the mountaintop. The tower behind was crumbled into dust. The window was gone. The ruined stair was choked with burnt and broken stone. I was alone, forgotten, without escape upon the hard horn of the world. There I lay, staring upward, while the stars wheeled over, and each day was as long as a life age of the earth. Faint to my ears came the gathered river of all lands, the springing and the dying, the song and the weeping, and the slow everlasting groan of overburdened stone. And so at last, while here, the wind lord found me again, and he took me up and bore me away. Ever am I fated to be your burden, friend, at need, I said. A burden you have been, he answered, but not so now. Light as a swan's feather in my claw you are. The sun shines through you. Indeed, I do not think you need me anymore. Were I to let you fall, you would float upon the wind. Do not let me fall, I gasped, for I felt life in me again. Bear me to LOTR. That indeed is the command of the Lady Galadriel, who sent me to look for you, he answered. Thus it was that I came to Lugo Lusk and found you, but lately gone. I tarried there in the ageless time of that land where days bring healing, not decay. Healing I found, and I was clothed in white. Counsel I gave, and counsel took. Thence by strange roads I came, and messages I bring to some of you. To Aragorn I was bidden to say this. Where now are the Dundan, LSR? Why do thy kinsfolk wander afar? Near is the hour when the lost should come forth, and the gray company ride from the north. But dark is the path appointed for thee. The dead watch the road that leads to the sea. To Legolas she sent this word. Legolas greenly, long under tree, in joy thou hast lived. Beware of the sea. If thou hearest the cry of the gull on the shore, thy heart shall then rest in the forest no more. Gandalf fell silent and shut his eyes. Then she sent me no message, said Gimli, and bent his head. Dark are her words, said Legolas, and little do they mean to those that receive them. That is no comfort, said Gimli. What then, said Legolas, would you have her speak only to you of your death? Yes, if she had naught else to say. What is that? Said Gandalf, opening his eyes. Yes, I think I can guess what her words may mean. Your pardon, Gimli. I was pondering the messages once again. And indeed, she sent words to you, neither dark nor sad. To Gimli, son of blood, she said, give his lady's greeting, lot bearer. Wherever thou goest, my thought goes with thee. But have a care to lay thine axe to the right tree. In happy hour you have returned to us, Gandalf, cried the dwarf, capering as he sang loudly in the strange dwarf tongue. Come, come, he shouted, swinging his axe. Since Gandalf's head is now sacred, let us find one that is right to clean. Okay, so that was the end of chapter 5. I'm going to go ahead and close that for tonight. And the next chapter is chapter 6 of the Return of the King, with 3. Then the Lord of the Rings trilogy is going to be the chapter 6, The King of the Golden Hall. So I will leave you tonight, and hopefully you have a lot to say to each other, knowing that Gandalf went and proclaimed himself, Gandalf the White. He's no longer Gandalf the Gray. And what happened to him? Let's see. Okay, well, God, good night. Take care, safe travels. Go on Tolkien's. And let's go ahead and let's call it a night, knowing that some of us are going to have to go to work tomorrow. But anyway, starry night. Good night. Sleep tight.